Hi everybody, welcome to Book Talk. I'm Book Club Mom, and today I'm going to talk to you about my experiences with self-publishing. I helped in the last 2 or 3 years help my dad publish 2 books, and so I'm going to talk about how we did it and what we used and what our experiences were. So the 2 books that we had published, one of them is A Fortunate Life by Fred Rohn, that's my dad, which is a memoir. It's a record of family history. And the other is Encounters, Relationships, and Conflict, which is a book of short fiction. So we didn't know anything about publishing, and we decided that we would hire a company to do it for us. So rather than wait to get discovered by an agent who's, through an agent or wherever, we just decided to go this way. So we picked Archway Publishing, which is a self-publishing company out in Indiana, and they are affiliated with Simon & Schuster. So we bought a package, and the package included somebody helped us through every step of the publishing process. So, and as the book went through its stages of being ready, we had these check-in coordinators throughout the process, and it would change depending on what was being done with the book. So, I thought that worked really well. I'm somebody who always has a lot of questions, so I called a lot and emailed a lot, and they were very helpful. The one thing I will tell you is that they're in it to make money too. So we bought the package. We bought the cheapest package for both books, the lowest end package, and there's this big grid, and it shows all the things you get, and then it compares it to the other packages, which sound really great. They keep adding things, and but we resisted. We just went with the basic package. And but the one thing I would tell you is that if you ever do that, just be prepared to be saying no to a lot of things as the process continues, because every time you move to another step, they will come to you and say, here's a preliminary edit. Would you like to buy editing services? And then here is at every step. So, and even once the book was finished, a lot of calls about helping with marketing and publicity and social media and all of that. We resisted every step, and so if you have the patience to do that, you're going to end up with a nice product. And we were very happy with the results, the quality of the book, the binding. We got both hardcover and paperback, and the cover design, they give you, since we bought the cheapest package, you get one cover design, and you can make suggestions, but basically if you want to really work on a cover with different images or wherever, you're going to pay for that too. So I went through, they have a huge library of stock imagery, and I spent hours and hours looking at different pictures to potentially be on the book cover. And when we found one, especially this one, we just said, this is the one we want to use, and they went with it. And they did stuff that I just never would have been able to do. And so that's where having a professional, whether it's through a company like this or through just hiring out for individual services, but it has a wraparound cover with a silhouette on the back, and same with this one. Just it gives it a real nice professional feel, I felt. So those were our experiences. The one service that I would probably, if we had a bigger budget and we could do it, would to have editing services. We resisted everything, and the editing was hard. It was especially the first one, because we read it, each of us, so many times, and there are a couple things that I would do differently next time, which we did, So, and this one, we had more eyes looking at it, and I think it's a little, you can tell. So, so that would be like my advice to anyone is if, don't think you can do it yourself with the editing, because you really are so close to the words that it's just very hard to pick out things that need to be changed or deleted. So, so that was my experience. This one, the memoir, is some of the people who have been following my blog know that my dad passed away in June, and so having these books is really special to our family, and we're just so happy that he was able to. He died at age 92, and that he was able to get these books published, which is really nice. And this my mom and dad grew up together, so it tells stories about them as kids and teenagers, and it's just really nice to have. So the one thing that we were going to do and we didn't have a chance, this book came out in June, is work on the book publicity. And so I want to just tell you quickly about this other book that we used. We both read it. It's called, and some of you may know about it, it's called Do You Know What a Book Publicist Does? And it's by Claire McKinney, and she is an expert on self-publishing. And this is a really great guidebook because it's not keeping secrets so that you can, it's to do it yourself. So it really, as soon as I can get my feet back on the ground with everything else that I'm doing, I'm going to be referring to this more. It gives you a whole plan on how to get your book out there, and social media, of course, is really important, and how to do it, and just tips on the whole process of book publicity. So anyway, that's the story of these books, and I'd love to hear what kinds of if you're a self-published author, what kinds of experiences you had and how you went about it. There's a lot of ways to do it. This is just one, and we are fortunate to have a budget to do it. A lot of people do everything themselves, and which is just, it was too much for me. I just didn't, I didn't feel like feel confident that I could do it. So, so again, just one way to get your book out there, and but I'd love to hear your stories. You can leave a comment here on the video, or you can link back to my blog, which has a post here about this video. So I hope you found this interesting, and I look forward to talking to you next week about something else.